is the 5 P's of incident management. The 5 P's of incident management are executed in 3 phases: the proactive, reactive, and post-conflict phase. The proactive phase is designed to predict or prevent the probability of occurrence of an event and at the same time prepare to handle the situation when they occur. Under the proactive phase, the first component is predict. It attempts to remove uncertainty from the future. The predict component is undertaken through strategic, operational, and tactical situation awareness processes. Strategic SA is producing foresight and conveying strategic warnings through horizon scanning or strategic forecasting. Operational and tactical SA is producing detailed reports against a specified threat, describing the operating environment where a threat or a crisis could emerge. For example,
floods are a natural event in which a dry area or a dry piece of land suddenly gets submerged underwater. It simply means too much water everywhere, even around our houses. Flooding is very dangerous. The overflowing water carries along objects like houses, bridges, furniture, trees, farms, animals, even people. Sometimes it carries a whole city. So dangerous. The natural behavior of water is that it moves from higher ground level to lower ground level. This means the lower ground is a lot more likely to experience flooding.
Next is the second component of 5 P's of incident management, which is the prevent. Prevent is a deliberate action aimed at avoiding future harm by addressing its causes. It is closely related to mitigation, which accepts that a potentially harmful incident cannot be prevented, but harmful consequences arising from it can be minimized by precautionary measures. The 2 preventive measures are: the first, it involves a long-term strategy that is expected to yield effects over years, and the other is operational in nature. For example,
such as the Environment Agency or the local council, where the information is analysed, assessed and prioritised. The relevant authority decides what should be done to resolve the issue. This could include flood relief, site investigations or emergency clearance works. The information and data can also be used to inform long-term decisions, such as a new flood alleviation scheme.
third component of 5 P's incident management is prepare. Prepare essential for effective response. It covers 6 essential activities: plan, organize, train, equip, exercise and evaluate, and improve. Simulation and tabletop exercises evaluate the effectiveness of preparations, bring out flaws and weaknesses, and enable corrections and remedies to be affected, to heighten levels of readiness of systems, procedures, organization, equipment, and logistics to better cope with actual crisis. For example,
here's what you can do now to prepare. Make sure you've got the right home insurance. Keep your eye on the weather and sign up for flood alerts. Buying sandbags might help, but check government advice about how best to protect your home. Get an emergency flood kit ready and prepare important documents in case you have to leave in a rush. Make sure you know how to quickly turn off your water, gas and electricity mains. Clear leaves from your drains and, if it's safe, check the ones on your street. We maintain thousands of drains but cannot check all of them all of the time.
For the second phase is reactive. Reactive phase is the institution of passive and active security measures, remedy or solution to destabilizing factors or security flaws to such crisis, emergency, vigilance and alertness to signs or manifestations of developing crisis or emergency and establishment of alert systems. Under this phase is the fourth component of 5 P's of incident management, which is perform. Perform is the actual implementation of contingency plans when a crisis occurs, despite the proactive measures undertaken. Once a crisis occurs, priorities shift from building or enhancing capabilities to employing resources to save lives, protect property and environment, and preserve the social, economic, and political structure of the jurisdiction. For example,
During a flood, act quickly. Floodwater can rise fast. So, if there's an emergency and you're in danger, call 999 and follow the advice. Move family, pets and important stuff upstairs. Put people before property and check on neighbours. Stay safe and don't walk or drive through fast-flowing water. Our teams will be working with the emergency services, checking on the vulnerable, evacuating people, unblocking drains and dealing with flooded roads.
For the last phase is the post-conflict phase. It is the situation when the proactive and reactive phases were all done. Under this phase is the fifth component of 5 P's incident management, the post-action and assessment. The post-action and assessment is a component which begins when the crisis has been addressed and the situation is deemed clear. It is in this phase where the organization is returning back to business as usual. Post-action activities 6 ways to evaluate and improve prevention, preparation, and the actual execution. For example,
Return home with your family only when officials, police, firefighter, tell you that it's safe.
If you have been flooded, be careful. Don't turn on the electricity before getting it checked by an electrician. Call your insurance company and register your claim. If you need work doing, use our Safe Trader scheme. Floodwater can be contaminated, so wear protective gear when cleaning up and get advice about recycling any waste. We'll be busy working with our partners to organise the clear-up and help get life back on track. And yes, we'll be fixing the potholes.